Good greetings. I'm Rusty Dog. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just bear with me, guys, and that is good. Okay. Right. Here we are. Hello, Roger. Thanks for being here, man. Right, so we're going to do a complete flight here with all the sim brief stuff, all the Navigraph stuff, everything. So we're using the Frieghter today. We're going to be carrying stuff for FedEx from Belgrade in Serbia, because why not? All the way to Innsbruck in Austria. Innsbruck has a very interesting landing in that it's in a valley, and you have to do like an S shape, I believe, depending on the direction you're coming in. I think if you're coming in from the east side, it makes for an interesting landing. As Belgrade is to the east of Innsbruck, I'm hoping that that is the landing that we're going to be given. Either way, it should be a nice scenic one, and I hope I can bring the plane down. In case you're wondering why there's flickering on the aircraft, it's because we're in walk mode. So I'm just going to, what you would do in reality is you would have a walk around inspection of the plane before takeoff, and just make sure that everything is to your satisfaction, like the tires are up. And you'd make sure that whatever this is on the back is all good, everything's in working order. It's a thing they do. I've seen it done. Look at this. I don't know what's going on here. We got a drunk pilot up there, and yeah, interesting. Well, let's just do a walk around of this plane. So 737-700 freight version. So no passengers today, just freight. So slightly different. And just looking at the top here, I think this is a bug. I think it's not a bug of PMDG, but I think what's happening is because we are in this walk around mode from FS Realistic, it's put it in this kind of hybrid mode where the actual cockpit is being shown through the plane here. And it's not a bug. It's just this is very much in beta phase, the walk around. So yeah, okay, I'm happy with the plane. So if I press this, now if I go outside normal, you won't see the cockpit. You see, it's fine. It's all good. Saxon Man 111, how you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I don't normally use the Frieghter, although when it comes to the actual flying, it doesn't really make a damn bit of difference. But if we take a look through here, you can actually walk through the doors now. There is, worryingly, what appears to be an axe. That might be useful in Innsbruck, in that if we get into an avalanche or something, we might need that to get us out. What I don't know, I'm going to say it's not going to happen, but if once we load cargo, I don't think we're going to start seeing boxes on here. I wouldn't have thought so, but you never know. But I would say no. Okay, so let's go through the SimBrief flight plan, and we'll plan this thing from the outset. So I'm just going to switch you over to that, and what we'll do is we'll go into a new flight, and the airline is FedEx, so I'm going to put FDX. I think that would be appropriate. 2627 is my normal, and we're departing from LYBE to arrive in LOWI. This is one of those ICAOs that I have just in my head. I just know it. Such is the famousness, if that's a word, of the plane. Now we're going to need this one, the PMDG 737-700 BDSF. This is the Frieghter, so we'll have to choose that one. And now it's got passengers auto here, but it can't really put it should know from the airframe is a freighter. It should know that the passengers, that there can't be any. So we have three options here, so I'm going to choose 0. It's weird this, because normally you get to choose the amount of passengers. There's normally like a load of numbers down here. It's kind of strange that I've only got these three options, and I know I've chosen this, but I had this option when I had the normal plane, the passenger plane. It wasn't giving me the numbers, which it normally does. It would normally give you these, and then you'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blah, 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 all the way to the maximum. Not getting that. Like this. Oh, you can't see it, can you guys? Okay. So with freight, I'm getting auto, full, and then anything from 0 to 17.7, which I'm assuming is the maximum. So let's round that up to 18. So 18 tons is the maximum. So maybe we should just go with half of that, or 10 tons. Should we go with 10? Or just switch it to auto and see what happens. It'll just give me a shed load, I'm sure. Let's set the freight to auto. And departure runway is going to be 30. So let me just make a note of this. So we're departing from 30 and landing on runway 08, which I'm hoping is the runway approaching from the east. I'm hoping so. At least I think it's from the east. Yeah. So expect about a 1.5 hour flight again. And we're going to generate. See how much freight it gives us. This is not the same as cargo, because cargo is, or the way I class cargo is the stuff that the passengers bring on board, their suitcases and stuff. Freight is different, at least for me. So here we go. This is Serbia here in Belgrade in Serbia, crossing Croatia, Slovenia, and into Austria, and landing here. And it looks like, is this Munich? Munich is our alternate airport. It is indeed. EDDM, yeah, that's Munich. Okay. So, block fuel is here. This is a rather typical amount for a 1.5 hour flight, around 6,000. And what else can we take from this quickly? The cost index is 16. These are just notes I like to take down. Right, this is our route, which we'll come back to, or I'll come back to later. So, cargo. Oh, it is classing it as the same. 15.3. Okay. Okay. It does. I was trying to differentiate between the luggage and the actual freight, but there you go. So 15.3. That's it. That's it, I think. And then all I want from here now is the wind information. But find the correct cruise. So we're cruising at flight level 380. Okay. So if we come down here, oops, gone down too far. We come down here to the wind information. At top of climb here, we've got 380. And this is our wind information that we're going to need put in. So TOC is 309, 3031. Now the descent information here, I will feed this in later on in the flight, so no worries there. Okay, bear with me a moment, guys, please. Right, sorry. It's one of those nose-blowing days today. Alright, let's get back over. Let's at least get some power on going here. Get the GPS switched on. Oh, before I forget, I like to do these lap settings and yaw damper early on so I don't forget. We can leave that off. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I want to put anything else on at the moment, not until we plan everything. Oh, we do know that our cruising altitude is going to be 38, so we can feed that in. Our landing altitude, we'll come to that in Navigraph very shortly, and we'll feed that in here so that the plane can sort out its correct cabin pressures. Okay, awesome. Now, because we are in a different plane altogether, I want to make sure that all the equipment that I want is here. That does look like the yaw damper, doesn't it? I mean, what else would it be? So, what I just want to make sure of is that in the displays we need kilograms. It is. As long as that's fine. I don't want to be mixing up pounds and kilos. You know what happens when you do that. You crash. And that's happened before. Now this brake temp indicator, where is this? I don't know. I don't know where it puts that. Maybe on one of the displays. Anyway, we'll have it on. Okay. So I'm happy with all the other equipment on the plane, I believe. Just going to double check. I haven't used the Honeywell for a while. That's the old display here. You can see all the old knobs. It comes to the same thing, really. But I prefer the Collins, which is a lot more up-to-date, more modern. Everything else seems to be okay. I just want to check out the call-outs here. They seem to be, yep. Yeah, it looks like it's taken it from one of my other presets, so I'm happy with this. Yes, it has. I thought this would only apply to the 700 passenger plane, but no, it hasn't. Okay, so I'm happy with this. Alright, so into the FMC then, and we'll go to position. My gate, I'm not at a gate, I'm parked. Freighters wouldn't be at gates, I would imagine, so we're not at one. So, but we are at LYBE, and we do have a parking number, which I think is back here. Let me just jump out the plane. We could walk across there, but rather than walk. So we're at B7. Is there a plane moving around? The reflections on that truck on the ground. Something's happening here. Anyway. Oops. Yeah, it looks like B7. Whether it will accept B7 is another matter. Oh, it has, and it's taking it correctly. If you look at the coordinates here for B7, they're exactly the same as what the GPS has said where we are. So, perfect. Awesome, great. Okay, on to the route then. Well, in order to make the route work, we need to save the flight plan into the correct folder. I think it's going to still be the same folder that the 737 standard uses. I'm just going to have a look, make sure that there's no other ones. No, it is the standard one. Okay. So let's just save that into the 737 flight plans on the browser. Done that. Okay, so now we've got LYBE and we're going to LOWI. And if I get activate, I've done it right. Yay. Great. Okay, excellent. Right, so let's go to our departure. And we are departing on runway 30, remember? Yep, runway 30. And sim brief. No, this isn't the exciting part. But you need to know all this stuff, really. Sim brief is telling me, where's my routing? So it's 2var 2v. 2var 2v. Is that some kind of Shakespearean? No, I don't know. 2var 2v. Alright, it's actually TUVAR, but they don't fit it all on. But 2var 2v. That is the question. And the LOWI arrivals, we are arriving on... Oh no. Oh, great. Yeah, you see, it's just going to make my life a misery here. There's no ILS. Do I choose this? I don't know. Anyway, the stars, out of the stars, we want Nanit 2A, so this would be this fella. This is, I know LOC is for localizer. What's W? West? Can't be. I don't know. I don't know what the W is. I'll be honest. I'm going to skip the transition because I just want to... Yeah, I am. I don't know whether I should use that. Let me just take a look at the routing here. I want to skip to the last page. I know we have an issue there. Not too worried about that. Oh, dear me. I've never... What on earth is this then? Oh, okay. Even if I fix this, what on earth's going on here at the end? Help! This is a spaghetti. Alright, I'm gonna actually choose something different here. I'm going to choose this one. And let's see what happens now, because I certainly don't like the look of it. Oh my god, we've got discontinuities coming out of our ear rolls. We'll fix those. Alright, this looks better. Now this is east, that's west, so it's coming in from the west. It's not the runway I wanted. I don't think. Alright, let's go back to the beginning and let's fix the discontinuities. I'm just going to do it the easy way by dragging these up. And now just let's run through. What the hell is... We have a halt pattern here? Or what? Okay. Okay. So we have Bedox, that one, Nakum, and then the next one is Nanit, RTNB. These two seem to be together, but there's no... It says here bypass. This is beyond me, guys. Good afternoon, Andy. Hello. How are you doing, sir? This... Okay, I haven't seen this before. I haven't seen this bypass thing before. Unless... I know the plane has to... Looks like the plane's got to do some kind of sharp turn here. See, it's 15,000, then 9.5, and then we have this at 13. Admittedly, this is 9.5 or above, so we can be at 13,000 here. Oh, I don't fancy that. I don't fancy coming in like that. This final turn, and then I told you it was going to be a weird landing. This is rather bizarre. I think I can make it work manually when we get there, but this is actually the runway right here. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm not going to guarantee. Why bypass? Bypass. So, is this that we have a waypoint on the flight plan, but we're expected to bypass that waypoint? Anyone? I don't know what to do. Dum. I haven't seen this before. I knew that coming into Innsbruck was going to be interesting. That's why I picked it. But this is different. Right, so 1749 is not even there, and it says bypass on it. So the plane is definitely bypassing, and it looks like it's linking around it. Should I not just then remove it from the... Why don't I just remove it? I'm gonna remove it and see what happens here. Can we clear this? Actually, we can. There's another way to do this. It's not. I've just done it in the way I would do it in the Airbus. It's not the same. Let's get rid of it by taking this one and moving it up to there. Oh God. Yeah. Let's see. So we've got Nanit. I don't even know if that's what I've done is a good thing. So we have Nanit here, right? Well, way too zoomed out here. Okay, so we have Nanit, and then we've got RTTNB, which is next, and then we have whatever this is. It looks like the plane is wanting to turn here, but should we? No, I'm gonna crash. Should we just wing it? I was wanting to come in on a different runway, on the eastern runway, because it just makes more sense. This is the landing I wanted. The other runway. I don't know what the other runway is. I could force SimBrief to give me a flight plan to come in on that other one. But it could be that 8 is being chosen because it's the active runway, because of the headwind, blah, blah, blah. And now we have a bypass here. But I think this is 2.5, so this is 5 nautical miles or less than that. I'm going to need... Yeah, I'm gonna need a better run in than this. Okay, so if we go to W1571, I believe it was. See, now I'm looking to insert that thing again. I'm looking to insert the waypoint here. I've forgotten how to do that. What was it called again? Excuse me, guys. Bear with me a moment. So I think it's WI 749, right? I don't think it's going to work this way. So excuse my not knowing. Yeah, no. I mean, no. No. Can we clear it? No. That's the information on it, but I don't know. This is all new to me. I'll have to admit, I don't want to, you know, dangle on this for too long. What's the word? Not dwindle. Yeah, I don't want to hang on this for too long. I thought the plane would at least try and make... Okay, I'm going to try something. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to... I'll follow the approach again. But I'm actually trying to make a nice curve. There we go. Okay. So I just wanted to try and get a nice curve for the plane to follow. So let me just step through this again. And then, yeah. You see, it's coming in. There's a valley here. There's like just like a mountain or something here. So the plane's probably flying on the other side of it and then having to swing round. Oof, I think either way you come into Innsbruck's going to make for an interesting landing. I don't know whether what I've done here is right, but it certainly visually makes more sense on the map anyway. So yeah, let's go with that. And if it doesn't work, hey, yeah, I'll try and get the plane down anyway. Okay. Right. So we need some information now. We got the flight plan in. I want to bring some fuel on board, and I want to try doing it via GSX if we can. I'm going to take a look at doing it via that way. Now, if I go to payload, let's get the cargo in, and we have what was it, 15.3? I'm just going to double check on the cargo. I did write it down, but yeah, 15.3. So how are we going to divide this up? Well, we can put so it's 15,300. So we can go 7500 on the front cargo. What's main? Or forward aft main. Would main be like inside? See this center of gravity here, 23? Let's see what happens if I try and put all of it in main. Too much. Too much. Okay. Do we split it then? We've got forward, aft, and main. I guess we could split it into 3, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to get my calculator because I'm not that good. So 15,300 divided by 3. Oh, it works out 5,100 in each. Let's spread it out that way, and of course it does. Of course it works out 5-1 in each. Right, 5,100 in the forward. Okay, that's not accepting that. Right, so this is the max here. So, I'm getting messaged here on Discord. Am I? Oh, yes I am, but on a different Discord. Okay, they'll have to wait. Okay, so it looks like we have forward and aft full. So, 2188 plus 2993 equals 5181 minus 1500. Sorry you have to hear that, guys. Let me get rid of it. I do prefer it when messages come through in one go rather than one sentence per line, but hey, there you go. So 9 8 1 9. Yeah. Okay. That brings this down to 22.9. So we've got that much in the main, and then so this makes the whole amount. Cool. Fuel then is going to be 5945. Do we just stick 6 tons in? Okay. So, let's see. I think we still have to do it manually anyway.
Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Oh, look, we got a little proppy thing going out, look. You hear that? They hear the props on that? Three watching now, it says on my stream. 3 watching. Thing is, I'm doing this flight whether I'm streaming it or not. So I'm streaming it just in case other people want to maybe tune in. Here comes the fuel truck. Eventually it'll get here. I've not seen one like this before. This is a different thing. He's turning those wheels like ooh, can you fit under there? Whoa.
Fuel truck is in position.
Just about.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
I haven't loaded it at all. Is the dude getting out? Well, he was. Where's he gone? There was a guy behind the cab. He's there. Where's he going?
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Please use the PMDG FMC to set the fuel load. Okie dokie. And done. Now, do you recognize that? And are you gonna fill up? The airplane system is loading fuel. 101 gallons. It's got gallons and pounds. Yeah. I think it's making up the shortfall compared to what was already in there. We did have fuel in. Oh, this is how much it's done. Okay. I was expecting him to at least rig up the tubing. Oh, is something rigged up onto the wing? Looks like something here maybe? I don't know. But you can see the fuel counting up here. But I think this is in money. Yeah, look. Is that $2,746? Yeah. $2,746 that cost. Cheers, thank you. Imagine that fuel bill. Hello, George. There's a early in the day for the States. Yeah, you're right. It is. Actually, on my Google Analytics, it says that my audience is, apart from a smattering in other countries, it's mainly 50. It's 50. It's kind of divided. It's very even between the United States and the UK. I think the United States has a slight edge. Is this a jetway? Is this an old jetway that's been discarded? It certainly looks like it. Alright. Well, we've got the fuel level now. So, the weights and balances are done here, so that's cool. We will need pushback later on. So, now we want to set up the performance. So we're going to go and tell it that we're at flight level 380 today, and the cruise wind for the thing that we noted earlier is 309. The top of cruise winds, 309-31. Outside air temperature at top of climb is going to be that. At 38,000 feet, it's going to be this. Transition altitude, I'll get back to in a minute. The cost index is 16. We noted that down. The reserves, I'm going to reserve a ton. And the zero fuel weight, I'm just going to click there, is 50. And now, transition altitude. Well, for that, we're going to need Navigraph. So, let's just tune into that. How can I give you guys Navigraph? By choosing it here. There we go. Alright, so this is the airport we're taking off from, and we're on runway 30. So as you can see here, the heading outbound is 297. So that's going to be, I'll stick that into the autopilot before we go. So I'm just going to pick one of the SIDs here, and we know that we're going out on 2VAR, this one. Not that it makes a difference, but I just want to see what the transition altitude is. As you can see up here, transition altitude is 10,000 feet. So we'll be going out, weren't we go, this is 2Z and 2N, weren't we going out on 2VAR 2V? 2VAR 2V? That would be this one then. 2VAR 2V, departures from runway 30. And so, on this one, yeah, we're coming out on 297, then directing to 277, over to 2VAR. And that's what it should say on our flight plan. Fine. Alright, so 10,000 feet, and then if we go to our destination, which is Innsbruck, and take a look at the stars, look how they shine for you. Who sings that? Grace Potter? Anyway, I think it's this one, and the, where are you? It was in different places. Salzburg. I'm looking for the transition altitude. Does it show it on the approaches? Okay. Why aren't I seeing this, guys? Look at this approach. You see what I mean? Look at this. It's like I'm gonna be flying through the Grand Canyon here. You see, there's the runway, and these are these waypoints. Look, these are the ones, 51, 52 and this one 49. Remember those? The ones that we deleted. that brings us out here. The idea of coming all the way out here, though, was so that we can get a turnaround and a nice run in. And because I've shortened it by removing 2 waypoints, oh boy, it's going to make the descent a little bit more. I'm going to have to expedite my descent, perhaps? I don't know, because I've shortened it. I would actually like to keep these in. Maybe I can add them later. I don't really know. I may... See, the plane wasn't going to go there anyway, so, yeah. I need to know what the... I'm just going to have to assume 10,000 if it's not going to show me here. Altitude set HPA. Yeah. Where is transition altitude though? It's weird. Normally, it doesn't. I don't think it matters which star I choose. The transition altitude is the same for everything. Unless I'm just not seeing it. We've got 10,300 over Austrian territory, only 11.6 here. These are all the airspaces. Airport briefing in general. No, it's not Coldplay. It's... Oh, yeah, it is. Look at the stars. Yeah, I was thinking of Grace Porter stars. Yeah. I'll light a fire with the love you left behind. That's Grace Porter. Right. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at 10,000. It could be different because in Europe. Oops, that's arrivals. It could be different. In Europe it could be 6,000, 8,000, 5,000. Damn. Okay, maybe I'm going to have to Google this and find out. But anyway, the approach, we're coming in on runway 8. So, what do I need from here? Well, this is our landing altitude, okay, 1907, so 1900 on the landing altitude. So, let me just write that down, landing. This is so I can put it in the plane later, 1907. We can't do the 07, we'll just have to put it 1900. And this is, so we'll be coming in over here, we'll be following this line in, and then we'll be doing a turn here, around the valley kind of thing, and then onto the runway. Oh boy, we're gonna crash. It's not gonna, yeah, okay, never mind. And the other thing we need here is the decision altitude, so 2,900. So DA is, it's 1,000 feet, basically. Oh, okay, it says here, transition altitude is set by ATC. We're not going to be using that. It must change then on a... it must be variable here. But ATC are not going to give me, because I'm not going to be using ATC, so I'm going to have to... I'm going to leave it at 10, guys, and just assume that that's going to be okay. The only other thing I want here is the course inbound, and it's runway 08, and you can see here that it is 77 degrees. Okay, I think I've got all my information I need now. So, back to the metal tube, and let's see what happens. Alright, So 10,000 is our trans altitude for leaving on a jet plane. And then if we go back here, we've got the ident's done, positioning is done, performance is done, takeoff next. So takeoff is flaps 5, the CG22.9 it should be. Oh, 23.3 now. Huh? What's changed? The fuel? Yeah, maybe the fuel changed that. Okay. So trim should be 5.23. We can set that right now. Deedly deedly dee. Deedly deedly dee. Oh, on the money. And these are our V speeds. So we have a V2 speed of 131. Runway 30 is I don't know. I'm not going to put the length of the runway in there. I will think we'll be okay. So 131 is our V2 speed. So transition altitude is 10. We'll leave it there. The heading outbound is 297. Let's go up this way. Plane's having a bit of a move around, and this should be set to 131, although the plane's going to take care of it anyway, but I just want it set there. This toggle, I keep accidentally pressing it. I don't like doing that. Okay, I'm happy here. I'm happy with everything set up in here. The descent phase information we'll put in later on. Don't need that now. Okay, there's 2 VAR. Oh god, right. Alright, I guess we should start powering up then. So, let's get the APU started up and powered. Probably best to... Do I need to start it again? There we go, just in case. As long as that needle goes up and down again, I'm good. Okay, it looks like it's starting to build pressure. So, come on baby. There we go. Right, so let's get the window heats on. Innsbruck's going to be probably a little bit snowy maybe. So we may need the anti-ice later. I don't know. And the landing altitude was 1907, but we can't get that in, so 1900 is the best we can manage. It'll have to be happy with that. Okay, APU pressure is there. Yeah, I want to make sure it's ready first. Well, it is actually, because otherwise those lights wouldn't have come on. Does it? I don't think it actually displays. No, it's not quite like the Airbus where it's showing me APU, but hey. The lights are on, generators are there, so we can switch power over to that. And let's get the other fuel pumps on now. And we'll get the anti-collision lights on, warning for an engine start. And seat belts. I don't even know why I bothered with that, not required. Okay, bleed is on, anything else? Ground power now can go off, we don't need that. Got the APU generator on there. Yeah, happy with all this. Happy. I think we're ready for pushback, guys. Right, air pressure. Let's get it from here. Go to the METAR, and we want it for Belgrade, which is 1029. Winds currently 280 at 4 knots. But yeah, 1029 is our air pressure. So let's set that. There is another thing I need to set as well. So this will be down here. That's in the wrong config. So we want it on 1029. Cool. And the other thing is the landing, which I'm going to set it now, and it's 2900. We want that set to. Doesn't go quickly, this. I'm not sure whether you're supposed to, you would set these in flight as you're on, just before you start your descent probably. But I set them on the runway because I'm liable to forget if I don't. This is only going to apply when we come down anyway, so I don't know if it makes too much of a difference. Two 7. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay. And the other thing was the inbound course was runway 8, and it was 077. This is our inbound course. We can feed this in now as well. It doesn't really matter. This will be the heading the plane goes out on. This will be the one it comes in on. Okay, cool. Flight directors then go on. Auto throttle goes on. The auto brake can go to 0. Once we've pushed back, we'll try and remember to set that, and the TCAS system as well. All right. Question now is, which way do I face when I get pushback? The answer, I don't know. I'm going to just find out now by having a quick look. Let's see if it'll tell us in here. We know we're taking off from 30. We're definitely going to have to go nose left for sure. That's runway 12. Okay. So we're going, of course we're going off this runway. This will be 30. So we want to go nose left. And then the taxiway would be straight down here to the end. With the plane to the right of the grass verges, and then we take this right all the way. We don't bother with this first junction. We just go right to the end and turn on. Okay, do it that way, and go. I think I've got everything ready. I mean, I don't actually have everything ready here. Because to remove the chocks. That was coincidental, that noise. It came at exactly the same time.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That noise had nothing to do with this. Okay, I'm ready for pushback too. I think.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay, so they are going for it. All right. So anything else I need up here? Blah 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 blah. Anti-ice is here if I need it later on. Packs. Now. The packs is for cabin pressure. Cargo doesn't care. I don't think. Will anything get crushed? Oh, here's a thing. Do we have cargo in the plane? I'm going to say no, that we don't, even though I've loaded it up. I'm going to say that we don't have any. Oh, okay, what's happened here? Something's changed. We have compartments now. Oh, we've got... Okay, so it's put walls in, but no exact cargo.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
As soon as you start moving me, I will do that. Okay, we're moving. So, let's get engine 2 going first. I'm looking at the controls and I'm thinking Airbus. I'm thinking, where's that button? Yeah, there isn't one. And also, while I'm doing this, let's get the TCAS system online. So, I think we're all good to go. I'm hoping I haven't missed anything out. Looks like it's been raining here, eh? It's just, I don't know, the reflections over there. Maybe there's been some rain earlier. Okay, looks like we have a good start on that one. Well, that's a good time to do it while you're waiting for engine 1 to power up and flick the lights on there. Maybe I'll use that as my new procedure.
Set parking brakes.
As you wish, madam.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yep, it looks like we're good. Waiting for this little fella and this to go off, and then I'm happy. Now, am I resetting the fuel flow now or on the runway? I would say now, so that we can include the taxi fuel as well. So, let's do that. See, the fuel used then goes back to 0. Okay, we have a good engine start, so we can just let them know that we got that.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Hoping at some point this master caution is going to go out. So I'm going to put the packs on now because we can. Yeah, I think that feeds us. Like the aircons come on. Alright, so we've got engines power now. And now the engines are powering the plane, not the APU.
Unlocking gear.
So we'll switch the APU off. And we'll monitor the voltages on the engine number 1. Right, your damper is still on. Good, good, good. Voice recorder set to auto.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
I think we're good.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, and the light's gone off. He's skidding away there, drifting. Right, I guess what I should do now, guys, is a critical thing. Plug in my throttle. Yeah, I unplugged it yesterday for the webcam. That can go back in. And I just have to click on customize and go back and resume. And I think that's all I need to do. Right. Okay, we are ready to go, except for one thing, which I haven't forgotten. Oh, you know that honeycomb throttle thing? And you can get different levers and settings. They've just come out with one for the Boeing, and it's got these two things on there and the flap lever. It's even got all these teeth for the flaps and everything. Got the parking brake, the speed brake. It looks just like this, but it attaches onto the and I think maybe even the trim wheel, and it attaches onto the honeycomb thing. How cool is that? So this is position 1. That's position 2, and that's position 5. So flaps 5 as we agreed on the performance tab, and we have a reading of 5 on the dial. Excellente. I think we better put the terrain map on here. I would. Yeah, okay, so we're heading out on 297 degrees, so let's go. Is my handbrake on or off? I would say on, right? Yeah. I would say it would have to be. And let's apply a bit of power and start moving. So, if I remember from the map, it's all the way to the end here, and then it's turn right, and then it's all the way to the end. This is 2 in the afternoon, by the way. Oh, actually 3 in the afternoon for Innsbruck, isn't it? Yeah. Innsbruck and Belgrade, they're going to be... Or is Belgrade... Could Belgrade be 2 hours ahead of GMT? Or... I actually don't know. Now I'm guessing we don't have... Oh, we do have wing cameras. Okay. Going a little bit too quick here. I'm just going to slow the plane down a little, and we're going to take... Are we taking this one? Yeah, we are. There's the windsock, you can see, and yeah, we're taking off into the headwind, so that would be correct. So we've got quite a jaunt up here to get to the runway. Steering's very sensitive on this. I only have to just slightly turn the joystick, you know, the twist, and we get some hellish steering on it. So flaps are down, all looks good. I'm not quite on the line, but hey. Sue me. Yes, Belgrade. I haven't actually been in Eastern Europe before, or at least not over here. So this is kind of my first flight out of this part of the world. It's, oops, that's because I had my mouse button held down. You've got no control of the plane when you do that. Innsbruck I've landed at before, but not at the end of a proper flight. I think I've done it in an airliner where I've taken off and landed again. Both of these come on. Nice. And I've done it in a couple of GA aircraft. So here we go. This is the first junction that we said we weren't going to take. We're going to go to the end. Do I have my... Yeah, I do. I was wondering whether I had my shades, and I do. They are there. So, enjoy the flight, guys, because the landing's going to be nothing short of interesting, if anything else. We're a bit off center line, but I'm just sorting out a couple of things on my desk here. Not to take away from the immersion in my cockpit. Okay. We have built up a bit of speed now. I'm just going to slightly come off. Just dab the brakes a little and slow this puppy down so we can make this turn. So we've got FSLTL running, which is generating the AI traffic. We have FS Realistic running, which will be generating some extra noises and stuff. And also the first person view, where we could step outside the plane. And that's pretty much it for today. That's all I've got running. Alright, I'm happy with everything. If I don't remember when we get in the air, guys, remember to turn off all these lights. I always forget. Pressurization is done. Yeah, there's no orange lights up here, so we're good. Everything is set down here. Anti-skid is set to RTO, which is what it should be. VNAV, LNAV are already engaged, which is a good sign. And we have our barometer. We have the HPA, the air pressure, basically, QNH. And we better go. We're burning off fuel here. All right, let's go. And punch it, Chewie.
knots. V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb.
And gear up. Laps down to 2. Laps 1. And flaps retracted. Yeah, I'm still manually flying this, but I'm just going to let the autopilot take over for now. Are we really? Oh, we are on a straight line out. Okay. I thought we were curving the moment we got out, but it appears that we're not. Okay. I must have been looking at something else then. Alright, so let's have a look what we got here. I'm just going to bust straight through and get us up to 38 straight away. And the moment we go through the transition altitude at 10,000, we'll switch the air pressure to standard. Because if we don't, this will start flashing and remind me to do so. There we go. Standard. Okay, so far so good, but I'm expecting it to be so far so good because it's the landing that's going to be interesting. I haven't taken a look at the altitudes yet. I want to see whether it's even doable. Innsbruck might be one of those places where I'm going to have to perhaps practice a little. Yeah, here. Even on the daytime, it's a bit of a. It's a bit dark inside here, so I've got the panel lights on anyway. Bit of mist, maybe. Take a look. Yes, we're in Serbia, guys, or at least going over it here. Looks very green. Yeah, it says the world on time. I don't know about that. I'll try and be on time. Oh, we're actually outside the plane here. I'm just having a look through the cameras now just to see what's what. Whoa. Obviously there's no windows, right? You see, there's no windows in this plane. So we have to kind of view it from these points of view. See, the windows are kind of just not there. I wouldn't want to be hanging out here though. You try this view in VR and see how you feel. Just looking down, it's like, whoa. Oh, hello. Oh, look at the sun glinting over the wing there. That is so good. Damn, I love this. I'm really interested to see the terrain map coming into Innsbruck. Oh, buddy. Right, let's take a look at the descent here and see how it's going to be. We've got 3 pages now. It used to be 4. I guess that's because I took away a few. See, when we're flying, when we get past, or when we get to RTTNB, I'm wondering if I can tell the plane to fly to WI 749. Normally you've got on the Airbus you have this direct thing, and here I don't know how to get rid of this now. If I you can't hit clear on this. How do you get rid of those? I don't know how to remove them. I don't know what ABM is. I don't think I'm glad it doesn't work actually. But as for telling the plane to fly direct to a waypoint, I don't know. I don't actually know how to do it. Oh, now this is our approach. How we want to select. I tend to use flaps 30. So out of my 3 choices here, I'm going to pick that one. And I'm going to put it in there. So this will be our landing speed then, 130. Ref. And descent. So RTTMB is 9, and then in 35 nautical miles we're going to be down there. So I think we'll select the descent to be 9.5. At the top of descent, I'll select 9.5 here and let it run through all the constraints until it gets to this one. Once we're nearly at 9.5, I'm just going to select 1950, 1900 I mean. Maybe not, maybe 2000. Because there's not going to be a glide slope. Yeah, no glide slope, nothing. I'm going to have to probably do a lot of it manual. So, if you've got any parcels on board this plane and they're fragile, I will apologize in advance in case yours gets smashed. Wow, look at the cloud layer there. This plane's nearly up at 38 already. It's only got another 10,000 to go. Making good progress. There's a race going on here. And another one over there. Another plane. We need to fix this PMDG. I don't think this is an Asobo thing. I'm pretty sure on the Airbus and other planes. Yeah, I think on the Airbus this is fine. The contrails go right to the back and it's fine, but they seem to box up here on PMDGs, so I hope they sort that. Man, look at this. I do love how the contrails over time they dissipate. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, that's right, Roger. Your your glass computer case is going to Innsbruck, and then it's making its way over to where you are. Yep. Hey, we could do that. It would take we'd have to do a few stops though. We'd have to go over to the UK, maybe go to Dublin or something, so it's a little bit shorter. Take off from Dublin and go to Iceland maybe or something, and then from there make another jump. I don't know how we'd even do it. Wow, that's gorgeous. Just the colors, they're not garish, they're not like strange, like garish blues and greens and stuff. It actually looks photoreal, you know, and the lighting in the sim plays a big part in that. It's very impressive. Unbelievable how they've got these graphics. Yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah, who knows? Maybe we can do the next flight can be Innsbruck to Dublin. That would be a nice flight. And then Dublin over to somewhere in Iceland or somewhere like that. I'm not sure. I think the range of this plane can get to there, and then certainly from, you know, we would refuel in Iceland and then make our way over to Canada land, you know. We've got that if we want it, or we should have That one, there we go. So, not far now to get to the 38. Where's this guy going? This is all FSLTL as well. It's controlling every plane you see. So if we're seeing any drunk pilots just swerving, I can even see the lights on his plane there. Look at this. And now that I've zoomed in, oh there we go. See it? That's pretty close. I'm surprised that my TCAS isn't going traffic, traffic. Wow. Oh man, he is roaring. Look at that. What's he trying? You see how it's just dissipating and going from a fine line out into a more of a cloud. I thought he was trying to circle me. Maybe it's the Serbian Air Force or something. I'm not smuggling anything out, I promise. Oh, here we go. We're making a little bit of a turn. I'm just going to make sure that everything is off up here. Yeah, I did turn the APU off. I remember doing it. So on this engine we have 24, 47 and 115, 24, 42 and 115. So there's slightly more amps going through the left-hand engine. Probably a reason for that. And that beep tells me that we are approaching 38,000 feet. And we are now cruising. So we're going to be cruising for a little while, not too long, 125 plus 66, and then we have to start coming down. We're going to meet that constraint and then that one. So I'm just going to program that one in to the plane, and it'll meet this one automatically anyway. There's no more constraints after that. It's just straight into the runway. Oh God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. The last... Yeah, it's normally when you coming in ILS, I think from experience, coming in from an ILS approach, your last constraint on descent is a lot lower than this one. So it's kind of like from here, you're kind of on your own. I'd have to plug this in, but I can't. The closest I can get here is 1900, but that's lower than this, so I'd rather just sell it 2,000 feet and have it come down. As long as the autopilot has got the correct course, once we get to, you know, maybe 1,000 feet above the runway, I'll take over and fingers crossed, eh? I can bring it in. Oh boy. We will see, we will see, we will see. That looks like some... it looked more interesting through the blind. What is this? This water? And we're just seeing the sunlight coming off it. Can't just be snow. It's an interesting pattern. Look at the horizon here. Yeah, let's have a look out. You know, it looks quite desolate. I mean, I'm not seeing any towns or cities or anything. Just a lot of, well, yeah, something here. Looks like we have maybe some buildings here and some down here. Yeah, certainly that we're passing over something. No big cities at the moment. So I think the flight time on this was 1 hour 25 or something. Let's go and double check. Oh no, even less. Air time 1 hour 19 minutes. Yeah, so an hour and 20 minutes basically in the air. So we got some terrain coming up on our left here. Is it this? This slightly bumpy bit here? Must be. Or is it all of this? Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, wait till it gets to Austria, where things are a little bit more bumpier, for sure. So when's your tower coming, Rog? I'm guessing you have it ordered already? You'll have to show some picture of that when it's built. I'm guessing that you're just transplanting all of your bits out of your old case just to put in the new one, right? That's kind of the deal. It's a nice case, I have to say. All the sides just glass, but it's kind of dark, right? You know, it's really nice case. You'd have to keep the glass cleaner on it. Oh, here today. Oh, cool. You'd be waiting for that knock on the door then. I've had to order a new connector, a window mount for the TomTom. You know, I was having on the way down as well to my sister's, and on the way back I was having trouble with the sat nav. It kept cutting out, and I nailed it down to the connector on the USB connector on the window mount, because it's kind of weird, but I think I would put it down to a bad design. But the TomTom I have is the Go 6000. It's a really nice one, and it has a USB port underneath, right? Kind of towards the middle where the connector is, it's a strange place to put it, because when you put the window mount on, it covers up that USB connector, at least half of it, so you can't get the cable in anymore, right? But the mount brings its own USB connector, so you end up using the USB connector on the mount. Now that's a good thing in a way. That's a good thing, because it means that through use, if that connector gets messed up, you're only replacing the mount. You're not replacing the one that's on the actual TomTom itself. So it's probably cheaper, right? You know what I mean? So from that point of view, the fact that they're forcing you to use another USB connector on the window mount is probably a good idea after all. But if I plug the cable, if I take the TomTom off the window mount and just hold the unit in my hand and plug it in using its own USB, it doesn't switch off. I can wiggle the cable around, nothing happens, it stays on, it's fine. The moment I put it on the mount and put the same cable into that mount USB connector, it's turning off and on and off and powering down, and it's a pain. and it was a real pain in the arse on the way back, because it kept just switching off the whole time. So I knew it was the mount. Now the good thing is I ordered directly from TomTom because the price was the same as the one on Amazon, but on Amazon it didn't look exactly the same as the one I got. It looked a little bit different, so I was a little bit apprehensive. So I went to TomTom and TomTom's website, and it was the exact same one that I have on my unit at the moment, and it was the exact same price to the penny. And the good thing is that they not only give you the wall mount. I've been saying that, right? The windscreen mount. They not only give you that, but they also give you the cable, another USB cable, a brand new one, and the cigarette lighter charger, all in the one package. So that should be here in 2 or 3 days. I'm not in a rush for it, so yeah, I'll need that for when I go down to my sister's the next time, and I want to make sure that that's working. I do have sat navs on my head unit in the car, but I don't know, the head unit's been playing up as well, in that it powers itself off when I'm on the GPS. It can just power off and do a boot, it recycles itself. Just not recycle, what do you call it? I think, is it recycle? Yeah, it resets. It goes off and then reboots. And it did that when I was on the way up. I was on the motorway and it just powered off and rebooted, but it stayed on the loading screen and got frozen there. And I had that little pin, to click into the reset button, and it would not. It wouldn't come out of it. And I knew the only way to come out of it was to do a power on cycle, which means the car has to be switched off, key out, and then you hold the reset button in with the pin, and then you turn the key on, and then the unit powers up with the reset button already pressed in, and then it does a full reset. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll leave it for now. And then once I found a good services station I could pull into, I pulled in and I did that. And then I actually took a video of that, and it's on my channel, where I pulled into. I was about 90 miles from home, at which point I didn't need the sat nav because I knew the way from there. And I did the recycle, so I could at least play music back on it again. And then what I ended up doing was, instead of using my Google Maps on my phone, I used my phone as a hotspot for my car head unit, and I used Google Maps on that because the Google Maps on my Android head unit doesn't use my GPS aerial, unfortunately. It needs the internet. It doesn't use the GPS antenna. So yeah, and I got home like that. But once I was on the final motorway, it's 86 miles from there to my house, and I know the route. It's straight up, and I know the junction to turn up, so it wasn't a big deal. I didn't need it. But yeah, I had to replace the damn thing because I'm going to need it at the next time, So, oh, it's Thermaltake. Tempered glass. That means you can hit it when you're in a temper. Yeah, it's a nice looking case, Rog. Hopefully it's tall enough. When I switched over to the water cooling, as you probably remember, for the sake of, I would say about a centimeter, my case was not tall enough for the water cooling radiator to go onto the top of the case. And I was panicking, I was freaking out, wasn't I? Until somebody on the chat mentioned, you can put it on the front. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. And I did that, and it worked. It works on the front, and it's been fine. It's been cooling fine. The AMD chip, it's been working fine, and it's powering this sim as we speak. I'm so much happier with this new PC, honestly. We changed what motherboard. The cooling solution which was water cooling, the CPU and the RAM, and man alive, it's in flight sim. It's made a world of difference. My old Intel could not cope with this, especially with the Phoenix. I know the Phoenix A320 has been slightly optimized, so it's a little bit, a lot of planes in the sky, so it's a little bit better on the frame rates, but it's still a little bit of a frame rate hog, more than say this is, and more than the fly-by-wire. But I still think that my Intel 6th generation i7 would have pretty much struggled a lot, because there's a huge power gap between that chip and this AMD chip. Massive difference. Absolutely. You know. So, yeah. I even using the Phoenix now, my frame rates, you know, I have this capped at 30 frames per second, and it's lovely and smooth. You know, I don't need at all to be chasing 60 frames per second. I think the only card that can guarantee you 60 frames per second in flight sim is the 4090. I don't even think the 3090 can do that. Yeah. I don't think the 3090 can give you 60 frames everywhere. Nope. 4090, yeah, that's a monster. So I think it would do it. BK Tech, hello, come to... Yeah, okay, if you pay the ticket, I'll come over. Yeah, Brazil. I would like to go to Sao Paulo for a very specific reason. I don't know, Brazil scares me. Brazil, like Mexico, it would scare me to go there. Look at the detail on these little screws. So, are these the mountains we're heading to? Didn't start the clock either, did I? Normally, what pilots do is when, I think just before takeoff, they'll just hit this button and they'll start the chrono to time the flight. I keep forgetting. I don't even see a need for it, really. Not for me, anyway. Oh, what I was mentioning, actually there are only 8 people. I'd rather ask this question when there's more people on a stream. Yeah, I'll leave it for another time. If we turn off all the fuel pumps, guys... I didn't need to turn on the center ones because there was no fuel in there. Will we just fall out of the sky? Eventually, yes, we would. We would glide down to our doom. I think one of these cameras, instead of, you know, the way it moves around like this, one of them should put me in the co-pilot seat, I think. There we go. Yeah, they are bringing a feature into flight sim. I have mentioned it before, but they are bringing a feature here where if you want to play with, if you want to sim with another human, they can be the co-pilot, you can be the pilot, or vice versa, and you carry out the tasks of what each person would be doing.
Traffic.
So menu. So this is our approach. We've already got that in. Alternate destination. Nearest airports. Okay. Are we stuck because it's working it out? Yes. Phew. Oh wow, I didn't know I could do this. There's all our nearest airports. If I click one, okay. I was wondering whether there was a way to make the plane go directly there, like on the Garmin's. Guess it doesn't work that way. Right, so we've got 66 miles left, and then somewhere after Nakum we'll be approaching our top of descent, and then we'll bring the plane down to a 9.5R. In fact, we can do that right now. We can just put in 9.5. The plane will not start descending until top of descent has been reached anyway, so we can program in 9,500. Back in the captain's chair, and if we zoom out, alright, so this is Nakum, so top of descent should be coming, there it is. So we're looking at 90, this will be 120. So 100 will be there. So yeah, maybe about 95 miles away is top of descent, which is going to be about 35 miles after Nakum. So we'll have 60, 91, 35, so 60, 55 miles to get down to 15,000. Seems doable. And here comes some terrain, some water here on our left hand side. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Well, I say that, I've got this zoomed out quite a way, 160 nautical mile range. So if we bring it back down to something like 40. So there's water coming up over there somewhere at some point. I don't think we'll be able to see it yet. Oh, there's another plane here. There's plenty of contrails in the sky with FSLTO. Plenty of planes going around. There's another one in the distance there. I don't know if you guys can see that one. This one here. There he is. Whoa. Check that guy. We're going quicker than you. Ha 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 ha. Bye. No, I'm not going to turn it off, Rog. Jeez. Why would I want to ruin the flight? You have to wait for the landing for me to ruin the flight. That's where the landing. That's where the ruination of the flight will come right at the end. Although that's not my intent. My intent is to land this thing, obviously. But we also can display airports on the map as well. But are there any around? Well, there's one. So we'll keep the airports and the terrain on both on the map here, on the radar, whatever it's called. This is our current wind. We have a headwind slightly blowing us askew a little bit. 41 knots. It's coming at us from the north. It's coming, yeah, it's a southwesterly wind, 41 knots. 331. Actually, not, is it? No, it's not southwesterly, is it? It's southwesterly from our perspective. But 331 is here, so the wind's coming this way. It's southwesterly from our point of view, but not geographically. Yeah. Because we're actually flying almost westerly, yeah. Oh. So let's have a look at speeds here. So flaps 125, the limit is at 250 knots. Flaps 10 is 210. We want to get down to flaps 30. These are the maximum speeds that you want to be going with these flap settings. So you don't want to be going over 165 knots at flaps 30. I think we can manage it. So yeah, this is the TAT temperature on the of the air that's hitting the skin of the plane, minus 39. But we already know that the outside air temperature is colder than that, around minus 50 something centigrade, isn't it? I don't know if it shows us that here though. That would be classed as SAT or OAT. I don't know if they're the same thing, to be honest. But SAT is the air temperature outside of air that is not hitting the plane. I'm not sure whether that... I think it might. I think it... Does it get shown here? In the... See, outside air temperature, I don't know if this is dynamic. It's changing, I think so. But minus 56 is the outside air temperature. But obviously, air hitting the plane is going to cause friction and heat it up. And so we're only getting minus 39. It's cold, is basically the upshot on that one. Yeah, it's cold out there. Yes, it is. Ooh. I can't imagine for the life of me what that guy went through. And if you guys have seen it, but I think it's on YouTube. I know it was one of those aircraft or air crash investigation programs, and it was one where the guy got sucked out of the windscreen, and he was pretty much just here. He was here, and the co-pilot or one of the crew had him by was holding him on by his feet, and the guy was just planted on there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, I don't know if he was facing outwards or facing towards the plane, but Jesus. If you've seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that was scary. Oh, to be that guy. He survived. Yeah, I reckon he would have needed a bit of a blanket when he got down, but they had to descend, obviously, for the air, so he could... My god. Be into the wind. Oh, it will. Talking of that, I saw a video where they were in this really cold place. I don't know where it was, and there was bottles of water in the fridge, but the fridge was acting as a heater. And as soon as they brought the water bottle, or the bottle of water, out of the fridge, it was in a shop. You know those, you open the glass door and you get a bottle out, and it started freezing over the moment they brought it out. Was it British Airways? Man, that poor guy. Look at these mountains. Whoa. It's getting snowy now, guys. We must be approaching the gorgeousness of Austria. Yeah, we are, look. because we're coming into LOWI and this is LOWK, and we're only 10 nautical miles away now from Nakum. So top-up descent will be coming soon, within 40, 60, so 40, 50, 44, 43, 44 miles, and the plane will start coming down, all by itself and all on its own. Having a strange feeling on my bottom right side abdomen. Weird. I was feeling it yesterday as well. Don't know what that is. We're getting under 40 now, so if we switch this down to 40 range, there we go. Yep, I said it was going to get more bumpy, and there it is. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's just take a screenshot of that. So I would wager that we are in Austria now. I'm just going to look on the map and confirm it. Yeah. Yeah. We are. And where's my airport? Oh, it's there. Oh, right. So we need to just... the plane's going to have to do a bit of a left turn and then a U-turn. We're not coming down on the runway I was hoping for, but maybe... I don't know. Maybe it can't come in that way. I don't know. I would imagine it would be able to. It's just the wind. They tend to make the, if I'm not mistaken, the runway that is chosen to be the active runway is the one where you get the headwind, right? So let's have a look. Can we move here? Yeah. Wing walking, guys, we're wing walking. Look at this. Oh. Get some magnetic boots and just fly from here. That would be scary. Parachute and jump. Would you jump from here with a parachute for £1 million? What's the point of £1 million if you're not around to spend it? Look at the detail here in these valleys. It's quite good. And then of course it gets spoiled by these terrain lines here where it's not quite getting rendered the same. No, I don't know if £1 million would be enough. 10 million, yeah, if you survive and get back, then you're set for life. And all you had to do was jump from a wing of a plane, but with a parachute. Oh, PMDG, please fix your contrails. to go up. Yeah, I'll fix the height when I get there. Going. Okay. Can't. Oh yeah, I can go up. I can. There we go. Oh, okay. There we go. But I'm bouncing up and down on the wing here. That's a little bit scary. Are we descending yet? Not quite. The anteater feelers are out. I wonder what the visibility is going to be like. If the visibility is crap and we don't have... Yeah, this is the deal, right? Because if the visibility is bad and we can't do an auto landing because there's no glide slope to lock onto or anything like that, we will have to go to the alternate airport in Munich. We'll have to do it, and I've never done that before. So very much going to depend on visibility. So what we can do, actually, can I do it in here? See, on the Airbus I can ask for a weather report, or yeah, I can ask for a weather report for Innsbruck. Can you even do that here? This is for your hold pattern. Oh wow, we're bouncing a bit here, guys. Getting a little bit windy. Top of descent, right? Yeah, we're going down. Now it says 9.5, which is what I programmed in, but it won't. That's, well, it depends. It'll stop at 15,000 if it has to. So we are descending. Oh boy. There's no ILS frequency to put in. I'm going to put the auto brakes onto 2 for this one. Put those on now. No ILS frequency to bother with. We use ATC. I don't know. If we use ATC, it has to... I don't think it's going to give me the transition altitude anyway, but it's going to have to tell me to come in on the runway that SimBrief has assigned me as well. Are we here? Are we on the list yet? No, it's still a little bit out. Oh, by the way, the airport that we took off from, which was in Belgrade, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's called the Nikola Tesla Airport. I think I'm right with that one. So this is just a request. No, leave it. I could put some chatter on if you guys want. So closest to us would be Vienna Center.
689, flight heading 300, vector control space.
Yeah, this is Vienna Center.
Spacing heading 300, okay, that's 689.
Pretty mountains.
American 1558, descend and maintain flight level 240.
Maintain level 240, American 1558.
It has tuned in the frequency. Vienna center is 124.4, which I think it should have tuned in. Yes, it has. 124.4.
December 8410, Charlie, descend via the Bahia 3 arrival.
627, that's what it should be set to.
Number 2997.
0.
Wow. Okay. Very cloudy, guys. And look at this here. It doesn't look like it's good weather. For us, though, we're going to be heading in this direction. So it could be we need to be turning left at any moment now, according to little nav map. We have our airport over here somewhere, so we're going to need to be turning towards it at some point very soon, and there it is here. So in 25 miles we'll be turning towards the airport, keeping it to our left so that we can make the U-turn around. Right, how's the flight path doing? It is almost perfect. We're a little bit below it, which is absolutely fine by me. I'm good with that. I'd rather be below it slightly than above it, for sure. What's these white dots for? Don't worry, that doesn't bring the wheels down. Right. Wow. Why is that? Why was that black? Are we burning oil now? Contrails are now going away because we're descending. I think around 10,000 feet you want to start getting the landing lights on and whatnot. Oh, buddy. Fasten your seat belts. I'm going to put it on auto because we've got some guy in the back opening all the parcels, seeing if there's anything good inside, you know, we can take home with us. But he's going to have to put his seat belt on now.
To exceed 280 knots, JetBlue 1499.
Oh God, what's visibility going to be like? I need to know.
Southwest 5907, cross 50 miles, southwest Carolina, maintain flight level 220.
I can see there's a METAR for it already in here. It may not exist on here yet. I hope it does. No. Oh, yeah, jumpy. Aye. Okay, well, no METAR available for that one. What if there isn't any available for our airport? Salzburg. Okay, 9999 is good visibility. Few clouds at 5,000 feet, yeah. Broken clouds at 6,000.
5214, messenger Roger, trying to maintain flight level
That's okay. That's Salzburg though. That's okay. This is fine. We can land with that. I don't know about ours though. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the app on my phone. And I'm going to find out.
American 1558, clear for camper, and via the sandbar to arrival, landing except do not complete.
Sandbar, then leave the sandbar. I think east, except do not exceed 280 knots American 500.
Find out what the weather is in real life. Because it will apply here. So L0 W1, not really, it's LOUI. Right, so, it didn't add it. LOWI, Innsbruck, go. Right, Innsbruck is 300 degrees, 4 knot wind. QNH is 1027. It's 7 degrees, VFR. Broken clouds at 8,500 feet above ground level. Visibility minimum is 10 kilometers. Okay, that's enough. I think that's enough to, that I should be able to handle it. We are bang on the flight path, guys. That's awesome. We have another turn to make coming up. So visibility is good. So it's 1027 that we're going to need to put into the air pressure when we get there. A sec, guys, please. Well, clear skies in Belgrade when we took off, but not so much here. Lots of cloud cover and mountains. Not my favorite mixture, to say the least. So the VREF is 130, as I recall. It is. I know from memory the VREF speed is 130.
November 8410 Charlie, contact line center 133.
297 is that, so get down to 210. Okay.
Jet 2600.
What do you guys think? Do you think I'm going to make it? Think I'm going to land it smoothly? I don't know. I don't know. Right, so what we're doing now is we're going to be taking this slight left turn here, and then we're going to, there's the runway here, and then we've got the runway there, and then we're just going to be looping around. That's going to be the fun part. Here we go then. Oh God. Any skiers down there? Oh, hello.
American 1558, contact center 133.5.
133.5, American 15.
Whoa, guys, it feels cold just looking at it. Okay. Wait a minute. We may need to expedite. No, according to this, the flight path's okay, but
Hello, Center November 302, Charlie Juliet, 214.
is this where we are? 29 nautical miles to get to 4,000. You're gonna have to descend a little bit quicker than this, buddy. I'm trying to work out what to do here.
LA 5214, clear direct to NOAA.
Tag Canoa, Expo 5214.
Oh my god. You see, this is the path around to Innsbruck. There's the runway, you see it? You guys see that? That's the runway. Oh god. We're not going to hit this mountain, are we? This descent is going to be nasty. How are we going to have room to do this?
Number 669 Mike Delta, Center flying continue, flight level 430.
Oh god. I knew this would... yeah, okay. Okay. We might scrape some paint off the belly. Maybe. We're gonna have to sit here at 9.5.
Number 302 Charlie Juliet,
I can't tell the plane to go down anymore. It'll hit the mountain. In fact, I'm not sure it's going to miss it anyway. It's going to be giving me terrain.
Acquisition 2600, same Mach number.
Okay, this is 9.5. Innsbruck's just over that mountain, guys. We are so close here. Are we going to miss this? I may have to do this manual.
Too low, terrain.
Yeah, I figured.
600, clear direct to NOAA.
Ricanoa, African 52.
Number 669 Mike
Why is it going down to 9.3 now?
Specification from your
Even though I've told it... Like,
2,500.
that's south for 10 miles.
okay. I am flying this plane now. Not that I don't trust you, aircraft. I just don't trust you. No,
Number 669
don't take it personal.
NOAA.
Neutral rate to Canoa.
Number 650 Echo Hotel, contact center 124.55.
I have control. We have to fly through here because we do. It was too low for my liking. And I told it to ascend and it went lower. So you see this
on
purple waypoint here? I'm going to try and go somewhere in that vicinity. Put these on now because if I don't, I will forget. Okay, let's see if we can get this plane back on track now. I knew it was going to be a tricky landing. And doing it from this way around? Seriously?
431 center, good direct Alpha, climbing speed, flight level 350. Direct to
Those two lights I showed you of the runway that there were, where I said, oh, that's our runway. That's the direction I wanted to come in on. So I could have the autopilot take over from here and just maintain this heading, but I'm going to maintain manual flight control. Don't want to descend the plane too much. I'm going to try and head and then turn around here in the valley and then just bring the plane down there. Have the autopilot get back onto the flight path. I don't like the speed that this thing's going at. It's slowing me down. I'm on flaps 1 and I'm going to go to flaps 2 now, but I don't want the throttle to go any lower than this speed. We're doing 176. I may have to come off. I may have to come off the auto throttle. I think we're going a little bit too slow. This is scary now because it's me flying the damn thing. I'm on flaps 2. I'll be engaging flaps 5 before I make this turn. And then I want to get back on, intercepting that purple line.
Number 302 Charlie Juliet, climbing speed, level 400. Maintain 4002 Charlie Juliet.
Well, this is different, to say the very least.
KLM 689, contact center 135.1.
So in that valley there to our left is when I'm going to try and get the plane around to come round and do this. Okay, engaging flaps 5 now.
Terrain.
I know, I can see.
Caution. Terrain.
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Trust me.
Caution. Terrain.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Caution. Terrain.
I mean, I don't, but...
Caution. Terrain.
Okay, autopilot, can I trust you now? Come on, boy. Bring me just... You know what to do.
Good afternoon, Deck 392,
Laps 10.
300 at 86.
Second 392, Mr. Roger.
Gear down. Need to descend, like, now, please. Okay, I don't know where you think you're going. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
2500.
This plane is getting buffeted a little.
American 7437 over Emoga.
1774, Mr. Roger, at maximum plus 171.
Laps 15.
21.
we have left? 25 and 30. Okay, come on. Make this final turn here. Come on, come on, come on, baby. I'm forcing it to descend now. But it won't. Why aren't you descending? Too high. That's why we couldn't descend. I knew this would happen. So it's one of those flights where I have to force the damn thing down. We're going to massively overspeed.
2500.
I should have given it more. I should have given it more leeway. I should have gone out further. I'm going to come in on the other runway.
Air Canada 956, you are cleared to rectify at Victor, India.
Look at the terrain map. Jeez.
Savannah, Sierra Alpha Victor, references unchanged. Copy, flight level 410.
Okay, Air Canada 956, cleared direct by app. And flight plan 410, we're in the climb, Air Canada 956.
So the runway we're coming in on was 8. So 80 plus 180, 260, so... Okay. I'm guessing the other runway is runway 26. At a guess, I really haven't got a clue. This will make a damn bit of difference. I'll leave it. It's just guesswork. I'm going to have to land this manually now, guys. The autopilot's just failed in its duties. What's the flap speed maximum for 30? 165. And we're at 163. But I'm not at flaps 30. I think I've got a couple of to go. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Okay, I need to get back over here a little bit. This is going to be pretty much visual.
Caution, terrain.
Don't worry about it. I got it handled. Now, as we make the turn, we will be losing some speed.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
Ground 3373, contact center 133.85. 133.85, direct 33, James, give it 8.
Not a lot of room to work with here. There's a mountain in front of me, so I've got to keep it a little bit tight.
Terrain, pull up.
It's okay. Relax. It's okay.
Caution, terrain.
Fairwind 1309,
Caution, terrain.
I got this.
24.59.
Caution, terrain.
Really trying to pull this plane down now.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain.
430, contact approach 0.5. 05, let it go on.
Approaching minimums.
I may need. I'm gonna bring out my spoiler to just drop some speed. A little bit quick. Attaboy. Attaboy. Come on, sweetheart. Just a little bit to the right. Come on. Pull over to the right, just a little.
500.
Oh, when you said minimums, by the way, continue. I know we're a bit too low. I know we're a bit too low. Come on, pappy lights. Give me one, give me two. Give me two, give me two. Give me one. I'll be happy with one.
300.
Level
200.
Airspeed full. Airspeed full.
Oops. Yep, I did let that go a little bit too slow.
100.
This is not a long runway.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Did I just do that? Whoa, what happened to the daytime? What happened there? Microsoft Weather just went nuts. Oh my god. I just did a full manual landing.
Level 330, 478.
What happened to the daytime?
JetBlue 8620 descend via the Gigabyte arrival, landing
Via the AS3 arrival, MDD JetBlue 8620.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Can't believe I got that. I was a little bit off center, but hey, all the parcels landed, and your glass is intact, Roger, so you're fine.
Breakdown 4744, thanks for the help there. You can take it back into the final skid around 27 right there. 145 your
I think what we'll do is we'll use GSX for this because it can take us to not the gates.
Pushing 5252, are you up? 5252, final descent. Pushing 5252, you pass final one.
That sunset there over that mountain, beautiful.
Runway, the wind 010 at 7, runway 35 kilowatt.
Yeah, so that was something. I thought it might be. I mean, look at that landing from the other side. That was tricky. But yeah, that was a bit weird. And the mountains were in the way. I don't know what the flight plan was thinking to bring me down that low.
Pushing 5559, right turn, right kilo 3, set. Right turn, right.
So there was no way we were going to make that runway. I could have just pointed the nose down and gone for it anyway, but I decided instead to U-turn and land on the other runway. Fully manual. No auto throttle, no autopilot, nothing. Just me.
Minus 10 knots on the final. Use call for bird activity. Runway 27 right.
Yep, get your coffee on.
Log 5134, spot 14 contact left. Thanks a lot. You really made it work out there. 14, thank you so much. Second 487 for the auto. Second 487, plus or minus 10 knots on the final. You pass final RJ7 on the crossing runway. Use caution bird activity along the final. Wind 010.
One day I want to do a a thing where we only, when you get pushback, you just turn on one engine and then you taxi all the way to the runway and then you power the second engine up. So you're basically just taxiing on the one engine. That's also a thing that gets done. There's an EasyJet flight back there by the looks of it. I think it's EasyJet. Yeah, it has to be.
And then a right turn. Kilo 3, contact ramp.
Right on the high speed, then right turn kilo 3 over to ramp right here at 4744.
Thanks for your help as well out there.
No problem, have a good one.
Well, parcels will be arriving in one piece. Woohoo! Very snowy here. Welcome to Austria. So yeah, we went. We flew out of Serbia, flew over Croatia, and into Austria there. Cool, nice. And did a manual landing. I'm happy with it. There was issues, and I handled them. So, yeah. I can give myself a little pat on the head and say I did pretty good.
5252, spot 15, contact ramp. So you have a good day.
Okay, parking brake on. Engines off. Oops, I do keep forgetting to switch the generator over. Looks like we got it in time anyway.
600 Lima. Looks like approach is going to put a 145 on the crossing runway ahead of you. The wind 360 plus or minus 10 knots on final. Birds on final. Runway 27 right to the left. Runway 27 right, clear to wind. 600 thanks for the response.
Smoke.
American 1738, right to high speed. Join Victor, spot 3, contact rank. Have a great day.
What do I have to do to put the handbrake on? Jesus. I think there's a mechanism where you can actually have the plane push itself. Is there a mechanism that a plane you can reverse? I don't know. Anyway, what the hell. We got too far forward there now. I'm going to have to reposition
You're going to pass behind the Airbus 320 there.
out of principle.
Now, wind 010 right back. On early November, you pass final 145 now out, 4 out crossing runway. Roger, 600 Lima November.
Okay, so this opens those. It's kind of weird that on the cargo plane there's no actual cargo doors to open.
Pushing 5213 left side.
Which would probably explain why I can't bring any like freight trucks and stuff. I don't know.
American 487 right turn. Actually, you know what? If it's easier for you, Quebec spot 7, you can contact the rest.
Is there anything here for cargo?
487 right turn, Quebec, call around.
Oh, we've got a decent bit of fuel left. So we've got cabin cleaning. Oh, we don't want to do that. That's the loader for the baggage. That's cargo. Pallet loader. Okay. That's kind of what we want, right?
15, left turn, the high speed spot 14, contact ramp. You have a good day.
So we've got that. We've got...
Spot 14 to the ramp.
Actually, yeah, we want this and the cargo off. So the target here is 0. The pallet loader comes. He'll take the main cargo off, and then the other stuff we can get off via this. But not via that, but via...
8 out for 27 right. Packet 1392, going to pass final RJ 9er. They're crossing runway. Use caution, birds activity along the final. Plus or minus 10 knots. Wind 340 at 5, runway 27 right, good line. 27 right.
This, the way that this unloading is doing, it doesn't seem to be set up quite right for the cargo plane. There we go. This is what I was asking for. But it actually does show cargo here.
Right, just a small one would help a little bit to pad the spacing.
Or does it? I don't know. Whatever. We've got the main cargo coming off this side, and then we have the stuff coming up that side, the other bag, as if they're like passenger baggages.
Cross runway 27 left into the base of the tower. You have a good day. November, cross 27 left, tower.
And this is PMDG, this isn't GSX or anything. I don't know what we're going to see here. It's like unloading Thunderbird 2. I don't think anything's going to come out of the plane, right? I think it's just going to... Let's start it up and see what happens. It may just... You may see boxes coming out. Or not. Oh, okay, cool. Sort of. It is empty in the... Oh, that's what those sections were as we were walking through. I see. They were pallets that we were walking through. Now it's making sense. The gorgeousness of Innsbruck.
Bullshit 5652, let me know when you're ready for a 5654. We're ready, Bullshit 5654. 5654, departure 124.35, we'll bring right back in.
I'm waiting for that second one to disappear.
5654.
Let's detune the radio. Yeah. It was very strange after the landing when it suddenly went to a really nice daytime. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, look at this Innsbruck. Is it separated that way? Innsbruck. It's like Inns apostrophe. Yeah, apostrophe. Inns apostrophe Brook. And even the cars have got snow on them, look. Come on, get this cargo shifted. It's unloading at that rate, and then we've got... Oh, we haven't even started on these. It won't take them too long to get those off. Let's see if we can turn some of these lights off. What don't we need? We don't need the position light. Actually, not the position light. We'll need the collision, wings, we can put ground power on now. Transfer the power off the APU. Take off the bleed. Kill the last fuel pump. Your damper off, flaps down. All these flashing lights are from all the carts here, not the plane. It's a weird thing though, because it's flashing around, but you don't actually see the light as if it's rotating. Anyway, so there you go. We made it. Didn't use the anti-ice. And can go off. I hope I haven't stopped the doors being allowed to be closed. Alright, so all the cargo's gone in terms of the baggage stuff. This one's still got a little ways to go. I'm going to wait till the end anyway. And up here, I'm going to switch. No, it's this one. Don't want it on. So, hope you guys were all okay with that flight. I enjoyed it. I will probably do another flight to Innsbruck at some point, but I want to make sure that it brings me onto the other runway. I guessed that the other runway was 26, but I don't know if I'm right. Oh, it is. There you go. It's because it's what's the word, directionally opposite runway 8, you know, and if runway 8 is 80 degrees and you add 180 you get 260, so this had to be runway 26, which was the one I really wanted to come in on anyway. Yeah, nice, Rog. And we caught it at a good time of day as well, a nice sunset in Austria. So yeah, I think because we're overlaying here now for a couple of days, we'll go skiing. I've noticed how my flaps are still down. That's cool. I think I might have screwed that up. Yep, I can't bring the flaps up now. Hydraulic systems are off. I don't know what come up. Oh, here we go. We've got them. They're coming up. Coming up. But we do have some moving flappage. And this is what I wanted, the leading edge of the wing to go in. I'm assuming that's going to come up with the flaps, right? I don't know. You know you're through my wing, right? Why isn't that come up? Oh, there she goes. Cool. Yeah, we just needed to enable the electric hydraulics. Okay, we can turn those off now, and the engine as well. And the fan. You actually hear it go off as well. Is our baggage guy done? How is he getting on? Yes, he is. Okay, you can go. Thank you. That's everything delivered. So as soon as he disappears and the door closes, we'll shut the plane off. Now, is he going to roll away or is he just going to pop? FedEx delivered on time. Now, where next? Where next, guys? What should be the next flight? Israel to India. How about that? Israel to Mumbai. Wow. It would be Tel Aviv, right? Tel Aviv? I don't know. Yeah, Tel Aviv to Mumbai. I don't know. That's probably going to be like a... I don't know how long a flight that would be. Alright, let's shut this thing down. So we want to shut down the ground power. Emergency lights are on. But they're going off now. And also the battery. And whatever's powering that blue light will no doubt pop off. Actually, no, it's telling us that ground power is available. But if I release ground power, I'd be hoping that would go away. Guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the flight. It was not too bad, especially when we started flying over the mountains. It looked nice, but the descent, man, we were low. We were low. I don't know where the hell it thought it was taking me. But I did delete a couple of points off the thing, but off the flight path. So I don't know whether I botched it that way or whether the flight plan just didn't take into account that there were some fairly high mountains. I don't know, but we're here. And it's only 10 to 4 p.m. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about a stream a bit later on this evening? construction simulator, or shall we do elite? Should we do an elite stream? If I do an elite stream though, I don't want to do the guides again yet. I might want to do some ground missions, because I'd like to get back on and do a couple of those. But I'm okay to do another live stream later if you guys are okay. This whole stream has been 2 hours 51. I've actually kept it under 3. But yeah, maybe we'll do another stream later and do something. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching, and fly safely. If you fly with Rusty, you'll be flying safely. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.